Welcome back to the Black Light Podcast. DonLexy here with another live reaction. Let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to have a good show. There was something interesting going on Kendra Dalton's show. There was a woman, she was having a conversation with one of their dating and relationship coaches, and she rated herself wrong. We're going to get into it. Hit the subscribe button anyway into the room, also with the notification bells. So you can be notified every single time we go live around this time. Let's get into it. You guys know the rules. Everything over 20 qualifies as a sponsor. If we reach a goal of $100 in the Cash App, that guarantees another live show tomorrow. Arlette just dropped a Balloon Pop episode, and we have a Kendra G episode lined up as well. So if you want one of those shows, we have to sponsor today's shows with $100 in the Cash App. We've been consistently making goals, so shouts out to everybody who's been supporting. Let's go ahead and get into it. And let's get that music queued up, drop the location. Let's get to work. How y'all doing? It's time to go, man. It's time to get to work.
Mama, there goes that man.
We got a couple other archetypes to get to. Shouts out to Dallas, Texas in the building.
For the home is recorded on 2 separate tracks.
I beg your pardon?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm here to tell you right now. Positions.
We don't.
Now, when played simultaneously on 2 separate systems, the sounds are blended into a new dimension of sound impossible to obtain in a mono recording.
Brooklyn, New York in the building. Yeah. Brooklyn, New York in the building. How you guys doing? Audio good? Emperor in the building. Jacob. What's up? Quiet Scales in the building. Let's make it happen.
I'm here to tell you right now.
New Jersey in the building. Hawaii. Hit the like button. Chicago. Let's go. Chicago's in the building. We already have a show sponsor. Start the day off. It's always a good sign. Let me make sure that they might want their government name concealed. And I want to keep it concealed if that's what they want. I'm not making that mistake anymore. Okay, he didn't say anything. Shouts out to Nate. He is the show sponsor at the moment at $20. Who's gonna knock him off? All right, about 1 more minute, we're gonna get going. Welcome back, welcome back. In the name of Delusion, we're gonna cover maybe about 5 different women between both videos. Busy day. Hit the subscribe button. Eric Cummings, of course, came through. Dollar Crew in the building. Shouts out to the Dollar Crew. Much love. But James Dent just came through and took the sponsor spot. He's one of our top donors. James Dent came through and bumped Nate off of the sponsor spot, and he did that with a whopping $100. Let's go ahead and get into give it up for James. Show him some respect. Let's get that music played for James. Much love, man. Appreciate you. Way to come through and sponsor the show. Now all the pressure's off and we can get to work.
Mama, there goes that man.
Nate dropped another 25. Much love. We're already at 1:45. We have not even started. We haven't even. Much love, guys. Thank you very much. Shouts out to James Dent. He sponsored more shows The only person who sponsored more shows is the McQueen family. Only person who's ahead of them is Benjamin Busser. James Dent is in the top 3. We call these people 1%ers. Show them love. Nate, you said, can we get a download of the old outro music? We don't. I don't own it. I tried to find it. Somebody else bought the rights to it and made some terrible rap music to it. It's awful. It's a tragedy. Much love to everybody who's been sponsoring the shows. Look at us. Shouts out to James Dent. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate your contribution to the show. Way to support. Okay. Much love. Show is sponsored. We'll be here tomorrow to react to either Arlette or Kendra G. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to end up being Kendra G. But Arlette just dropped an episode as well. That was interesting. I'm torn. But yeah, we'll get into it. We'll figure it all out as we go. Shouts out to James Dent. Love when we get the show sponsored before we even start. Let's go ahead and get into it. Got some people in the gym representing the 757. Kevin in the building. Brooklyn in the building. If you're just getting here, we're just getting started. Chicago also in the building. Ooh, plenty of people from the Chicago today. New Jersey's heavy in the building as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and get right into our first archetype.
G seems to be pretty good. Looks, I think you have a really nice look, a unique look. I think it's, you definitely a cutie.
Hey.
Hi, welcome in.
Okay, there it is.
Hi,
Hey.
Judy, welcome in.
Hi there.
All right. How old are you? Where are you from? And are you single, dating, or in a relationship?
I am 25. I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm single. Very much single.
Coach Paul, what is your first impression?
Energy seems to be pretty good. Looks, I think you have a really nice look, a unique look. I think it's, you definitely a cutie. I mean, I don't have, I think everything is good. Your energy definitely seems, it seems like you probably, when you get around your friends or people you're really outgoing and bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could tell, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
So, I'm here because I kind of want to I feel like when I talk to men sometimes, well, it depends on the people. Some people are straightforward or whatever, but I'll be talking to a guy and they kind of seem like they want something serious, and then they turn around and tell me like, "Oh, I'm not looking for nothing serious," and I'm like, "Where did that come from?"
What the hell are you talking about?
And I don't even push the issue, or I don't automatically say my intentions right away. Usually they'll tell me what they're looking for before I even have anything to say. So, somebody I just started talking to, he was saying "Oh, I'm happy I met you," and then he said "Oh, I don't want to mess this up. Tell me, what do you want from me or whatever." And then I see him for a little while because he lives in my apartment. So I see him, had a conversation or whatever, and I kind of pushed off from him. He was kind of being too flirtatious. So I expressed that to him, and he was like, "Okay, well, I'm really not looking for nothing serious right now. I could tell we probably looking for two different things."
Much love, Brandon.
And I'm yeah, but it seemed like you was looking for something serious yourself. So what, I don't know. I be thinking that I'm not doing nothing wrong. I be thinking I'm not giving off weird vibes, and then they do that.
You play too much.
Yeah, that situation sounds like that. He wanted, men. A lot of times the guys are always going to tell you in the beginning they want something serious because they think that's what y'all women want to hear, right? In a lot of cases they're not just going to come up and tell you, "Listen, I'm just here to smash, have some fun," and a lot of times they're not going to do that. Some dudes would do that. But a lot of times they're going to play the back door and make you think they coming in because they're trying to really, really connect with you. But at the end of the day, they have an agenda. And I think once you pushed him back from being able to reach his goal, then he changed his mindset because he realized that this is going to be a little bit more effort. He probably be a dude that used to get low-hanging fruit, and it don't really take him no effort to get what he wants from a woman. And he couldn't get that from you as easy as he wants. So now he pulls away. That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. What y'all got to understand when you're dating is that sometimes you're going to meet people that you're going to be interested in. They're just not going to be interested in you like you're interested in. That's just life. That's just what happened when it comes to getting to know people and dating. You got to be okay with that. You know, okay, cool. It was good meeting you, and you move on. Dating is a numbers game, right? It's a number. You got to realize that. This is why I try to teach women not to put your heart in it too soon, because you really don't want to keep giving your heart away to a lot of people. You want to guard that until you find that person that it's time for them to give it to, because it's a number game. You're gonna be meeting a lot of people. But when you realize that he ain't really trying to do nothing, and he really probably just wanted to smash, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and my feelings went in, and that's I'm like, boy, what?
Right.
Literally, but I guess I don't know. I feel like, and then like some people will tell me like what they think about me, and I'd be like, really? Like, I don't know. They just feel like I come off sexual, but I don't be doing nothing. Like, I don't know how to seem more. I don't know. I be thinking I'm giving innocent, and they be like, you done this before, or you seem like you done this. Like, I don't know. It'd be weird.
Hold on. They asked you, have you done what before? You seem like you did like sexual things.
Like, somebody asked me, was I a dancer before? I'm like, where's you getting that from? Like, why are you saying that?
Why would they say that? Because of your body?
Yeah. I guess.
You a liar.
I don't know. I don't know.
Come on, sis.
Okay, maybe it's also too. Your energy is a little like, what?
Yeah.
Where we going? All right, we outside. Like that can give off a vibe. That you know, popping and clicking.
I'm giving off mommy. Like I have a 16-month-old. Like I just be thinking I'm giving off mommy, and then they be thinking I be ready to get down with the get down. Like no.
I would have never thought you were a mom. It doesn't give mom vibe. Definitely doesn't give mom vibe. No.
I didn't get that.
Dang, that's what I'm saying. But y'all reading me, I didn't do nothing. So where y'all getting that from? You know?
Yeah, I think it's your mannerisms and the way you speak. It's a little slow. It's a little pop. It's a little click. It's that. That's what it is.
So it's seductive naturally.
I guess it's the vibe. I mean, you can change that. You're in control of that.
That's why I'm trying to get your help.
Yeah. Yes.
You play too much.
Talk a little faster.
But you be talking
so many. Yeah, but I don't give like.
It could be the fact that you already have a child out of wedlock. Later on, she's gonna reveal that she's revealing on social media, and if you ladies are on social media twerking or even giving the slight illusion that you twerk on or that you strip or that you dance, guys are gonna assume that you you know what I mean, that you put out. And why wouldn't they?
Look into my eyes and no, it's not giving that energy. It's not. Like you got to turn that off. Like you have to time and a place, my love. Yeah.
Oh man.
The dudes that you typically deal with, how old are they?
Range, like literally the ranges go up to 40. Like it could start at 20, 23 and go up to 37. That's currently.
And they're also saying change your profile picture. What does your profile picture look like on TikTok?
No, I don't talk to nobody on TikTok, but I guess.
Yeah, they're saying it could be your profile picture
because I know y'all eating me up.
So they're outside looking in. They're just saying, I'm trying to see if I see it now. Let's see if I see it.
I don't give ghetto at all, especially when I'm specifically talking to someone.
I beg your pardon?
For sure.
Yeah. So I say,
If a lack of self-awareness was a person. I think we found our issue here, people. I think we found our issue here. This woman, she's a woman who is she's been living ratchet, and she's trying to go over to the other side. We see it all the time. She's trying to get away from what she's been around basically all of her life, and she wants different results than dealing with the Pookies. And now she wants to come over to the sophisticated men. There's only one problem. She still smells like Pookies. Like she reeks of Hennessy and backwood residue. Seriously. Like and she's on this platform. All three of these people, they know what they're looking at. I mean, Ashley and the dating coach, they both know what they're looking at. She's the only person who doesn't know.
Just take some of the advice, and if you can, remember, we're like unbiased. We're on the outside looking in. So everyone here, we mean no harm. So
No, I don't
think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong. No.
Okay. All right. So thank you for coming up tonight, darling.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, okay. Hold on. The profile picture. I just saw it. It's definitely giving dancer. I just looked at the profile. It's like
I met him in person, so he haven't even seen my social medias, and I always been covered up.
Okay,
so because he doesn't see it, that means that it doesn't count. Is that what you're saying? That because he didn't see it, you don't get a knock for it? Maybe he saw it and you didn't know that he saw it. Maybe social media is a real place. Maybe somebody else told him. I don't know.
It looks like a pasty and a little dress. So outside looking at, if I didn't know,
oh my God, y'all stop it. No, that's old. I dress completely different now. Like that's the other thing. Like I changed the way I dress. I deleted so many pictures.
It doesn't matter if the pictures are still up, ma'am.
Off my Instagram. So I
doesn't matter if you changed. If there's no change on the platform.
A certain way. So
okay. Alrighty.
What's she talking about?
Bye-bye.
Thank you. You too.
Welcome. Just to follow up, I think if you're wearing pasties
and you got a
social media, that is gonna give off that.
And you have a child. You're like, why do these dudes keep thinking that I'm a buzz down? Ma'am, you have a child that's not even 2 years old, and you're out here looking for other guys to deal with. You have a fresh child with a guy who you're probably still vulnerable to, and you're looking for new peen. What in the world would make you think that like men are supposed to think the best of you? What reality are you living in? It speaks to how women are so removed from the realities of like the dating market, where men typically have to accept all of the harsh truths about the dating market from the moment that they even start dealing with girls, even in younger, grade school, coming up as young jits. We have to accept the fact that if you're ugly, you're just ugly, whatever. Where women get to live in almost a constant state of delusion. They could have an illegitimate child that is fresh out of the womb and be young as ever and still be like, why do men think that I'm a hoe? I don't know.
Impression.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
Dressed to
definitely
go to
gonna
heaven.
give
That's
off
funny.
that impression. Hello, Malia. Welcome in.
Hi, how are you guys?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, so I wanted to do a first impression.
How old are you and where are you from?
33, and I'm from I live in Atlanta, but I'm from Congo.
I really think you're very pretty, very pretty. I love the smile. You have your skin is glowing. I would love to see you really made up and with your fit on, but you definitely are popping. Even in that hoodie, you know what I'm saying? You would turn heads just like that right there. You know what I'm saying? Really, really pretty. How old you say you were? Yeah. You're doing a good job.
Thank you, y'all. Thank you. So, let me tell you what I get. I get friendly. I'm always outside. So what are some things that I can change in my dating life? I feel like Just in my past, those are some things that I've heard, that I'm too friendly. I guess, men could be territorial and they don't want their girl to be. But
Yes.
tell me, what is your
Yes.
your outlook on that?
I think there is a thing as being too friendly. I really do, but I also believe, me personally, I don't want to be with a woman that I can't take around anybody and she knows how to, fit the room. I don't want you walking around, your face balled up, you looking stoic all the time. I want you to smile and have a good time, just like I want you to have a good time. I don't. Sometimes I question the motive in a person that's saying certain things, because when people tell me, they say like, you too friendly. That could be a little controlling, meaning that he just want, what I'm saying? It could be he's a little
I beg your
insecure. He
pardon?
could be a little.
Hold on. Wait a second, my brother. Wait a second. Are you roommates with Derek with Derek Jackson or something? Did you hear what the sister said, my brother? She said that men are territorial and that men are protective and territorial. That was a fact. I just watched a black man lead a black woman's mind back to delusion with swiftness that just is disturbing my soul. She was doing just fine because she had the truth right in her grasp. And you, like Gary Payton or Muggsy Bogues, you just ripped the ball out of her hand. Dude. It's just, bruh. So a man who says that he doesn't want his woman around a bunch of random guys all the time, that's insecure. Man, my brother, how are you going to help black women and do the typical black church pander? I can do all bad all by myself. If he tell you to do something, you can do all bad by yourself. He can't control you, but you want his leadership though, but he can't control you and whatever it would not. My brother, please. You're starting to make my stomach hurt.
Little jealous. Maybe he got a past where somebody cheated on him, and now he feel like everybody. What the hell are you talking about? You always gotta look at the source. Don't just take everything somebody say at face value. You gotta find out where this is really coming from, because I want to respect you, but I can't. And now he's projecting that off onto you, and now you're trying to be somebody that you're not. You know what I'm saying? To fit that situation, and this man is just toxic, or this man is broken. And he's talking out of his brokenness. Like, real men, people that ain't broken, we don't have these types of conversations. I'm telling you, we don't. You two friends. I ain't never had that conversation with a woman. You two friends.
Maybe that's why you're always getting cheated on, my brother. and maybe that's why you're probably, you know what I'm saying? We're dealing with a couple of girls who you like, and then you looked up and you saw them with a real one. Because you don't ask questions. You don't have any rules. I bet you one of them real nice guys, right? Girls date you and you're just like, oh yeah, whatever you want to do, baby, is cool. You want to go chill? I bet you like Travis Hunter. I bet you drive her to the party. You sit outside, wait for her to get done dealing with other people. Right? And you're just cool with it, right? Because you're just so much better than the rest of us men. You know, because we're barbaric and we just want to control our women and lock our women down like Kunta Kinte, and we want to chop their foot off and make sure that they can't go anywhere, because you're just so much better than us, right, brother? This is a very cheap way to get coochie. I don't like men like you. Okay? You're a sellout to the whole cause of us trying to help women with dating and relationships. It's upsetting. You're just going to just say everything that you heard Derek Jackson and them say, but also be the voice of reason. It's not going to happen, brother. Stop.
And I do understand that can come from a controlling point of view, or just men trying to manipulate.
He really thought he said some shit.
Men are super. This is what y'all ladies need to understand. Men are super territorial. Even if I'm not gonna make you my girl, the fact we spending time together, the fact you giving me your JJ, I become territorial over that. Now I'm down the street with Martha when I want to be, but you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can do it. You can't do it, because we get real territorial. And when we feel, let me give y'all this little tip, and I want y'all to remember this. Typically, in most cases, men want to have sex with you 3 times before they can take you or leave you. Sometimes 4. But it's 3 times that man has sex with you before he take you or leave. And I'm going to tell y'all don't believe me, test the theory. I'm going to tell y'all what to do. Test me. The next time you meet a guy, you start dealing with him. I don't suggest you have sex right away. I suggest you wait and, but if you happen to do it and you do it once, don't do it don't do it no more. Pull back off of it. This man is going to stay around you like a hound dog, right? Because he's not going to leave you until that 3rd time. Now, by the time he got to the 3rd time, he's already made up in his mind whether he's going to keep you or leave you, right? But what happens is because we typically do it so fast, we do it one time and it's good, we do it again. He never gets the time to really get to connect with you as a person. So he can easily just walk away from you. But what you...
That's not true, that's not true, my brother. That's not true. That isn't true. It isn't that we get so lost in the booty that we don't get so lost in the booty that we just forget. Oops, I forgot to do all the relationship stuff that she might want. Oopsie. Right? That's actually not what happens. Here's what happens, my brother. When a guy could hit a woman on the first date, man, not preferable, but again, if it happens, it happens. But a guy could hit a woman on a one-night stand if she's something invaluable that he literally just can't let go, and she makes that impression, and he discovers that, doesn't really matter when she gave her body up. That's the truth. It's the truth, and I'm not out here promoting one-night stands either. But that's what all I'm saying is what you're saying is not true. If a man only wants sex from a woman, 9 times out of 10, that's literally all she has to offer. What you need to be telling these women to do is get their value up, play offense, find a way to be invaluable, find a way to be a wife, figure out how women are getting engaged, do what they do. But see, what you're doing is you're making the problem about the men. Women have been doing that since the 70s, making the issue that they're having or their shortcomings based off of the men in the dating market. That is incorrect, sir. Squared Away says, Cap, I'll put a girl in a fun category before I even crack. I don't get territorial for women. That's for the streets. They for everybody. Territorial doesn't mean guarding the poon. Strictly, right? It doesn't mean strictly. Thank you for that contribution. It doesn't mean just strictly guarding a woman going out and sleeping with another guy. See, what the premise of the conversation was going outside, like just being around, being too friendly, being here, there, whatever. And guys who have, and their girl, when I see men, I don't care who the guy is, I don't care how well he can fight, I don't care how much money he has. If your girl is always at the club, she's always on a girls trip with the girls without you, you are not holding it down at all. You're loose. Your girl don't respect you, and she doesn't have to because you let her do whatever you want. And it doesn't have anything to do with her being a hoe or you being the man. It's got something to do with just principles, morality, doing things in a sophisticated way, ensuring good outcomes through doing things in a sophisticated way. Again, I think a lot of times these conversations can get confusing because a lot of guys think that when we say that men are territorial, that it's just about safeguarding a woman and her going out and sleeping with somebody, but that's just one aspect of it. Most guys don't even want their girl in a position where she's getting hollered at all the time. It's not about if you feel comfortable with it. It's about what's right. It's about you ensuring her protection. Because if she were to go out dressed revealing and hanging around other men with her so-called girlfriends, and other men grab her up in a weird way, or they assume because she's wearing a 304's outfit that she can be treated like one, who's on the hook for her protection? Her man, right? So that's why you have some say in how she goes out into the world and conducts herself. Benjamin Bussard came through and took the sponsor spot at 102. He said, who you talking to? He said, work been killing me, but we made it. Much love to Benjamin Bussard. He came through and dropped 102, took the sponsor spot. He's like neck and neck with the McQueen family in most sponsored shows. Much love to Benjamin Bussard, man. Looking forward to meeting up with you at the donor dinner. Appreciate you, man. Much love, bro. Thank you very much. The support has been fluid, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Every time we have days like this, it counteracts everything that the system tries to do to work against us, to keep people away from our channel. We have people being unsubscribed constantly. Appreciate you guys. What we do in the donations every day really sticks it to the people who try to stop this channel from making money. And we haven't even done anything wrong. We haven't hurt anyone. And there are people who try to hurt us daily, people who sit at a desk, and it's their job to ensure that we don't get out there and that our audience is minimized. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate you. Now, let's go ahead and get back into the show. Everybody show some love to Benjamin. Took the sponsor spot again. Appreciate you guys.
What you're going to do with this technique is you're going to make him get to know you on an emotional level. And if you decide to do it again, the chances of him leaving is going to be a lot slimmer. So ladies, keep yourself intact, your body intact, because when you start doing this a lot of times with these men, I'm telling you right now, 3 times, we can take you or leave at that point, because we kind of like got our fool of the situation. And if I've already decided I'm not going to connect with you for real. Now,
what he's saying exists under the premise that men, we're so sexually driven. We're just so horny out here that if you give us enough of it in the beginning, we just won't care about a relationship anymore. And I'm here to tell you that's not the truth. I'm here to tell you that guys are willing to pretty much be a bachelor up until they meet a woman that does not make them want to do that anymore. It is that they're making a man do anything. It's that he picks you. He picks you to slow down with. He gets tired of the unpredictability of the dating scene. Or he just wants to settle down. It's a lot of times has way more to do with timing. Men know that we're passing up women who are potential wives all the time when we're in player mode. We just don't care. It doesn't matter to us to get married in these particular times in our life. So that's why no matter if we come across a woman who's worth it, we don't care if she's worth it. We're not really trying to get married right now. We're not trying to be locked down right now. So a lot of times, trying to make it about the men in the dating market, that's always going to be counterproductive. 9 times out of 10, if a guy isn't pulling the trigger on you, it's because you're not valuable enough to have the trigger be pulled on. And that's something you're going to have to deal with and accept. And now once you accept that, you can figure out what you need to do. Either if you need to lose weight, either if you need to, change up the way you conduct yourself when you're around men. A lot of you women are leading with your careers and money. We don't care. A lot of you women don't even know what to talk to us about. And you think you're going to get a man. But you don't even know how to start conversation with a man. You're talking to us about your careers and your degree and all this other shit. That doesn't apply, because we're never going to need that money once I start taking over things. So why the hell are you talking about it? Why the hell are you talking about it? Much love. Benjamin came through. Dropped another $100. Much love. He says, didn't see the $100 donation before the show sponsor. Yeah, man. Much love. If you want, we can, we'll just go ahead and use that to sponsor the next 2 shows. I don't usually do that. But you dropped 2. We already were at 2. We're at almost 3. The next 2 shows, we'll just, we'll do it like that. Appreciate you, brother. Much love. Appreciate you. That puts you at 202. Put in the official pot at 341. I think this is our best donation day. Appreciate you, my brother. Play that music, man. Play that music for that man. I think he just wanted to make sure nobody came for his spot. I don't think he's playing any games.
There goes that man.
I don't think he's playing any games. I think y'all should back up off him. Y'all should back up off that man. He's not playing around. I appreciate you, man. Let's go ahead and make sure you're on the board. Much love, my brother. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Let's go ahead and get back into it.
It ain't enough for me to walk away, and I'm never gonna tell you I'm gonna walk away. Typically, men don't get closure, and typically men are not gonna tell you I don't want to deal with you no more. What we're gonna do is pull away. You will stop getting all them good morning, beautiful texts, good morning, queen, and all that nonsense. You will stop getting it, and we expect for you to interpret our absence, and I pull away is what it is. And if you call me and want closure, I'm gonna get angry with you, because now you bothering me, because I'm showing you in my actions I ain't trying to deal with you no more.
Well,
That is true. And what do we do? We're like, oh, but what happened? And now we're texting and in our feelings and Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Well, I hope that.
you ladies don't. I want to. And I'm sorry, Ed, I'm gonna shut up when I say this. Y'all ladies got to understand. Y'all have power. The problem with y'all is that y'all
I'm
give
not
it
mad
up
at that,
too soon.
Tyrone.
Y'all just come in, a man come in,
Whatever brings
and a
you
lot
back.
of times that hello because you think he's cute. The distraction of attraction. I always tell women this. There's something called distraction of attraction. What is that? Typically, people that are attractive, we automatically think the best about them. We think they're smart. We think they're funny. We think they're nice. We think everything good about somebody who's attractive. And these are the people that we get distracted by. So he comes in and you start giving him everything at hello. He comes in and he gets all of the power because you're giving him all access pass. And typically, once that power shifts to the man's favor, you're never going to get it back in that relationship. In a lot of cases, unless you leave or he just dogs you out and you ain't got no other choice but to go.
Malia sipping her tea. Well, I hope that was helpful, Malia.
It was. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Maybe on save. Okay.
Hello, welcome in, Miss Bree.
Hi. I wanted to do like a first impression and like a little advice. I'm 29. I have a boyfriend, but I just feel like we're not on the same level, and I don't know if I should still be dating him.
And what do you mean by you guys are not on the same level? What does that mean?
Like, sorry, I'm like super nervous. I became a homeowner at like 25. I drive a nice car, and I just feel like, I don't know, I never meet somebody that's like on my same kind of like time, basically.
So what made you get in a relationship with him? If you knew initially, maybe, maybe we're not aligned. If you felt that initially, what made you get in that relationship?
Because he's like a really nice guy, and maybe he could get there. And I feel like I always date people like that, where I'm like trying to get them there.
Well, hold on, man. You need to slow. You need to slow the hell down. God, this is so frustrating because you're only really seeing this in a more aggressive manner with BWs, with women from the community of people who look like me. And it's frustrating. We do not want y'all to help us level up. We don't. We're not looking for y'all to help us become anything. We don't want your assistance to be a man. Y'all remember on Soul Food when Bird went behind Lim's back and helped him, and she went and got her ex to help him get a job, and when all this other stuff. Bird was a terrible wife, by the way. But we don't talk about that enough. Bird was a terrible wife. Terrible. Men we don't want your help. There's that part where he said, I don't want your help. I don't need your help. Like, men, we could be literally in a cardboard box. You want to know who we don't want to help us get out of the cardboard box? We don't want our woman to help us get out of the cardboard box. We want to get out of it ourselves. We don't want you to be connected to our significance as a man. I think you women do this because you need significance for your fake artificial manhood you've developed through your belief systems and feminism and independence and whatever. And now you want significance for the artificial man you've become. And you want to gain that significance through being some sort of power couple with an actual man. But you're not a man. You're a woman. So find your place. Stay there. Like, I'm tired of black women and you all talking about, I was going, if you make 70, I can help you get to 100. Bitch, I don't need your, I don't need your help. This is why a lot of our homes are getting wrecked. You women are even procreating. And then when your baby daddy don't want to level up with you and he don't want to go on the business path that you want to go, you break your family up and say, oh, we're not equally yoked. We don't want the same things. You just destroy a family dynamic based off these same selfish values. Beautiful.
And it's just like, yeah.
What are your thoughts, Coach Paul?
Listen, man. Listen, ladies, let me tell y'all something. You are not to be a guy's savior. You're to be his supporter. If you were dealing with a man and you start to find out that you are
You
more
ever
his
meet
savior
somebody and they're
than
so
his
boring,
supporter,
you feel like
you
they
need to get out
poisoned
of that
you?
situation.
Like,
You're not there to save him. You're just there to support him. A lot of times what y'all ladies do is you're not properly vetting men that you're getting to know. Y'all move so quickly to start dealing with somebody. And what we're doing in a lot of cases is we're figuring it out as we go. A lot of these situations y'all end up in wouldn't have made it past the first phone call if you would have asked the right questions. If you would have took the time and found out certain things. But see, by the time, and I tell women this, listen, you should not be dealing with a dude more than 3 months. At the max 4. This is how I coach. At the max 4 before you do a DTR.
Okay. Squared Away says owning your home is not a flex. Owning other people's home is not a flex. I get it. You know, you know how the world works. Much love, Squared Away.
DTR is define the relationship. If you originally met this man and you told this man you were dating with intentions, and he said he is too, and you get to, every woman that's dating should have an automatic preconceived cutoff. What is that? This is when I'm gonna cut this thing off. It ain't going in the direction that we talked about it going in, and I'm cutting it off. It ain't coming back. Right? Do your DTR. If you find out at 3 month mark, 4 month mark, this man doesn't want the same thing, because some men can deal with you and change their mind about you. That happens. They could have started out wanting to be with you. Now they don't. But when you have this conversation and he tells you, well, why we doing what we doing? We having fun. Why we gotta define it? No, baby. You just ain't out here joyriding. Ain't nobody at our age in the car just full of gas, just riding until we end up somewhere. No.
Now, I do agree with him in the sense to where it's a woman's job to quickly understand when a man isn't trying to marry you. And he's right in the sense that men sort of show you right away. And that it goes back to when I say that, like, women are far more intuitive than they're far more intuitive than they lead on. And they're conveniently non-intuitive. Like, they try to fall back on being naive and gullible when it's convenient. Where usually they're the intuition queens. But once they're in a challenging relationship dynamic or so on and so forth, all of a sudden that they're being played, they're being misled, they didn't see it coming. When again, you women be knowing what you're doing when you're dealing with these Pookies and Ray Rays. B. Watt says, the little man in the boat makes all the decisions. Much love, thank you. Selective, yeah. Or better yet, yeah, selective.
No, I need to know the destination. And whenever you're dealing with somebody, you're dating with intention, you need to know what the destination is. We ain't gonna figure this out as we go. And y'all allow these men to do this with y'all, and y'all get locked in 6 months, 8 months to a year with a dude who's never gonna commit because you didn't do the DTR. But the problem with that is now you're emotionally invested. He's not. You're emotionally.
Well, let's talk about how women, let's get down to the root of it. How so many of our women are getting locked in with men who don't want to marry them. I'll tell you why. It's because of an argument I've been trying to raise. It's that BWs take very little interest in a man from a substance standpoint. It's all about stimulation. Am I stimulated when I look at him? Am I stimulated when he's walking? Am I stimulated when he's hitting the Dougie? Does he have good peen? Is he gonna be hitting that spot the same way Tyrone used to hit it? It's all stimulation first in the front end. That's why a black woman will mess around and not take you serious, and then like all of a sudden they realize that you're endowed or something, or that you're decent in bed. Then all of a sudden they like you, and they start acting like you're in a relationship, or they start even crying and like, I'm confused. Where are we? Where's this going? What are we? They get all, where are we? The moment that you start sleeping with them, and they like it. And you start realizing you almost didn't even have her real interest until you slept with her. I'm telling you, fellas, when this happens to you, I know it's sort of validating to your ego, but you can't build from there. You need the women who last are the women who aren't necessarily stimulation based. They want to be stimulated, but that's not the main reason that they're there, right?
emotionally locked in. He's not, because you've been doing. Let me tell y'all something. Listen to me when I tell y'all this. People take seriously what they invest in. Typically what women do, y'all do all of the investing. So the more you invest, you're working up all of the love feelings. He's receiving. He ain't working up no love feelings because he's on the receiving end. What he's going to do is start taking you for granted and mistreating you and disrespecting you. And then y'all say this to the men. Well, you should love me because I'm doing all this stuff for you. No, baby, that ain't people. Listen, I want y'all to look up something. It's called the Ben Franklin effect. Look it up. What this effect says, Ben Franklin principle, what it says is that people don't like you when you do stuff for them. People like you more when you get them to do stuff for you.
That's
this is
men.
why I
Men.
Yeah.
I would say that's men.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
wherever a man invests, that's where that's who he loves.
Facts.
Not what he's saying. The minute he starts investing in you.
Wait a second, Ashley. Invest in you? What do you mean? Because if you're coaching that women should be looking for men to invest in individual endeavors that don't have anything to do with the guy, I don't support that. Like if a woman already has a marketing business and she meets a guy and then she's like, a stipulation of you dating me is you have to invest in my marketing business. What that's goofy as hell. This is not how men think. Actually, if you're gonna help men in the dating market, you're gonna have to understand what men are actually looking for. I don't know you, and I'm not trying to judge who you are. But again, if you're gonna help, you have to know what men are looking for. And if you think that men are looking for women who are business oriented or whatever, we're not. We're not looking for women who are looking to be invested in that regard. We're looking to invest in you so that you can be an aid to us. You see, we're not looking at investing in a business that you can just take and just run off and just start your own thing. More relevance you're building outside of what we're building. It's just, I don't know.
Financially, emotionally, but financially, wherever he puts his money, that means that's who. Hello, where are you?
Yep.
That's how I see it.
Yep. He's locked in at that particular point. I even tell y'all this: when y'all first meet a man, say y'all out one night and you at a little party or whatever, and you meet a guy, you see a guy you like. You
technically, when you think about it,
you don't go
everything we do in their
anything,
direction is an investment.
What you do is you get this man to do something for you off gate.
I think they're talking about like investing in a bit in, you know,
something over here. You
the
get
long
him investing in you off the rip.
Hello, come on, tell them, okay? Tell them.
Listen, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave that there.
I think these are all good points.
What should she do now? Now that she's in this situation,
these are all good
she's
points.
with the man now. What should she do? Because she says she doesn't feel aligned with him. How should she approach that?
Are y'all living together? You said y'all living together?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, if you're not
like his mom's house and he just got like a studio apartment and stuff, so he's doing better. But I just feel like I don't know. I just never met somebody like on my level. Just what I've been like out.
Ma'am, let me tell you why. I don't know how much money you make. This is something that all career women need to lean into. The reason why you're not meeting men on your level is because you don't know where your level actually is. You have your personal economic value, right? Your personal, social, and economic value. That's how much money you earn, like what family you come from, so on and so forth. Your everyday life value. And then you have your dating market value. And this is something completely different. See, men, we can use the stuff from over here to make this valuable. You all cannot do that. You only got this one over here. You're trying to come over and make yourself valuable with the stuff men have historically made themselves valuable with. We're not going to allow you to do that. You're only valuable from your femininity, fertility, beauty, symmetrical beauty, body type. And we actually more or less marry the body than we do the face. Body type, fertility, youth, cooperation. But your issue is your personal and economic value far exceeds where your dating market value actually exists. So the men who want to talk to you can't catch up with that. And you think that your dating value is up here when actually it's below your personal and economic value, you see. It isn't that either or is a lie, but they're not synonymous with one another. And that's the mistake you're making. Your value is your symmetrical beauty. And I'll tell you right now, if nobody else has done it for you, you are an average woman every day of the week. That's not an insult. Average people built this country. Average people will always be the biggest part of what's going on in society, in the majority. There's nothing wrong with being average, but that's what you are, right? And you're expecting to get above average results in the dating market. Maybe you make above average money. So when you say you're looking for somebody on your level, your dating market value brings you to the guys like that probably make $40,000 to $50,000 a year, and you think it's your job to help them get up to your personal and economic value. No. They're already right where they need to be. You're just the only person who's slow to realizing that. Now, we have to move on. We have to move on to the feature presentation. Just off of time's sake alone, we have to move on. But again, a lot of this stuff should be common sense, but it's not. This is why we have to have these kind of conversations. Okay, let's go ahead and start the video over. Feature presentation. Women still have no idea how to rank themselves. And if women don't ever learn to rank themselves and understand where they rank amongst other women, they'll never know how much money to ask for from the men in the dating market. Women will keep saying things like, well, as long as he can take care of himself, that's not a mature way to approach the dating market, because that's very vague and that can mean so many things, right? You have to know where you rank so you can know what's a reasonable amount for you to ask for. Okay? So, for all the people who are like, oh, it's superficial, the whole 1 to 10 thing, shut up. You don't know how the dating market works. You don't understand how men and women historically have vetted one another to build a society that's made it comfortable enough for you to say stupid things. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's spin the clip, hit the like button. Show is more than sponsored. Much love to everybody who's been showing love and our amazing show sponsor today. Let's go ahead and finish off the show.
First of all, I wanted to ask, where's your, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rank yourself? What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
Myself, 7.5.
Something that a lot of women factor in is energy. Your energy can take you up to notches. And her energy was very vibrant, energetic, flowing.
Absolutely. And again, I want to just let the chat know the women who are coming up tonight want the advice. So I know some of you in the comments, you're decentering men. Life is not about men for you. You don't want a man. That's totally fine. But there are women who are interested in dating.
Losers.
And maybe what they have been doing for the last 5 or 10 years or last year hasn't been working for them. So they're just coming up for advice from other men. Okay, so that I just want to put that forward because I do see a lot of the ladies in the chat saying things. So my thing is, if something's not working, something has to change, right? We have to do something different. Hello, Nelly.
Hi.
Hi, welcome in. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
Good.
Yeah. Nelly, how are you tonight?
So I'm Nelly. I'm 28. I live in Baltimore, and I'm not gonna say I'm dating. I'm just having fun right now. I'm not in anything committed.
What's having fun mean, Nelly?
I don't consider it dating, but if someone that's pursuing me wants to go have a drink or hang out, I'll do that. But I don't consider them people that I'm like dating exclusively.
Jermaine said, you can't make this up. You just can't.
I'm just trying to, I seem like when I meet men, because I'm hardworking, I'm hardworking, I'm self-sufficient. They seem to feel.
You know what? I love having the men under 30 from the black community here, just supporting, rocking, throwing them ones. He says Jacob is one of our younger, very enlightened viewers. He says, "Why are they watching if they don't want men?" I was gonna leave it go, but then the young bull brought it up, and I think he's got a point. Like, you know, you got women who tune into dating and relationship shows, and then they're not even interested in men, but they want to talk. They want to say that the red pill community and that guys who make stuff about the truth, typically, that these men are bitter and whatever. When you got whole demographics of women are like, I'm just completely disassociating from men. I just don't like wanna. I'm anything that looks like a man. I don't want to. And then as soon as something real happens, the first thing that they do is call the police. Call a man to come fix it. I'll read some supers real quick before we get into the feature presentation. From Downtown 296 says, a 7? What in the Safina is going on here? 1992 film star Whoopi Goldberg. I'm gonna check that out tonight. I needed a good watch. Thank you. I'm checking that out tonight. Safina, I'm on it. Squared Away says, how a baddie like Ashley got a dusty roster of men. I think, to be honest, this made me very disappointed in Ashley to see her like, because at first I was like, okay, she's trying to bring on male perspective or whatever, but all she did was just get a guy who agrees with women. That's not gonna work. There's a reason why Kevin Samuels was cleaned up and guys like this wasn't doing shit when Kevin Samuels was around. There's a reason why they couldn't compete with his content. You were getting something real over there. That was the difference. These dudes were around. The pandering men, the black church, all these dating conferences, the relationship conferences, the single woman conferences. They were still going on. It's just nobody cared when Kevin Samuels was doing his thing. It's because women were tired of being told that they were good, even though they didn't like their outcomes, and they were being told that they were perfect. But they didn't like their outcomes. The church couldn't do anything about it. Interesting stuff.
Feel
Let's
like
proceed.
they can leech off of me, or let's say like a lot of them say I have an attitude where I don't need a man, and I don't believe that because I was raised in a West African home. And I need a man. So.
Okay. All right. Fellas, what's your first impression just based off of seeing Nelly and her energy?
I would let you smile a bit.
Serafina. I know I'm butchering that. I
think you're hiding. So your smile is one of your best assets, and you're kind of you're kind of fighting it. I would smile a bit more. I think that like you smiling at a bar or even giggling, I see men approaching you a lot more. I'll ask you a question. You said that men are asking you for money, kind of. Is that where we're at with things?
I've had that in the past, but lately, no. But they don't ask for, like, they don't openly say, give me money, but they'll say things like, to speak in layman's terms, I have men that say to me, I'm the prize, I like to be tricked on. And I look at them like, are you okay? Like, things, I don't think things really click in their head.
All right.
That's not
It's see, this excuse me. What this comes down to is that when below average women don't know that they're below average, they'll always be baffled to why they have all the low average options in the dating market. And instead of just owning up to it and just getting real, they get very deprecating about the dating market when it's a reflection of who you are. It truly is. Let's get back into it.
well, that's not my.
Who you like or who likes you?
Say that again.
Are you picking who you like or who likes you?
Most of the time, who likes me?
I don't know. Men asking you for money. shows a level of comfort, and I would think about that more deeply if I was you. Us asking you for money, especially when we're not with you in a relationship, we pay bills, if we fell off, that shows a level of comfort. So these guys are too comfortable with you. So I'm just wondering why that happened.
So I said in the past this happened when I was younger. I'm still young, but
I want to get into a deeper reason why it's happening. I'm glad to react to this today because y'all needed some help. The reason why is because a lot of times overweight women, below average women, because your influx of bad options are so consistent, is you've done what I like to call, you've normalized all the wrong norms. Your normal is not everybody else's normal. You've normalized poor treatment, a lack of commitment, certain aspects of male behavior in the dating market that shouldn't be tolerated, but you don't really have a choice. And somewhere subconsciously, you know that. That's why you're dealing with that guy or those men. If you could deal with better men, you would. And this is proof that women sort of on some level already know their rating because their rating is their experience. Their rating is what they endure, what their options are, right? So let's go ahead and get back into it. This is good.
But when I was younger and I was dealing with really low self-esteem. But now I feel like the men that approach me, it's like I don't get courted and things like that because they're like, I've heard people call me big money or things like that. And I don't really, I'm just a 28-year-old trying to get through life.
So one of the things
Not listening to me either, because why would a man say that?
That's what I wanted to kind of get to, and a lot of times it could be because of her conversation, like things you're talking about when you meet people I don't know. So I got a couple of
bingo pandering dating coach. bingo. Is it because you're like, when you're because again, modern women, the biggest mistake that a lot of you are making, you're talking to us about the wrong things. You're not even talking to us. You want the chivalry of old, but you don't communicate with you guys are talking to us like, yeah, I got this play happening. You know what I'm saying? I got this play over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on this thing over here. Got me a little company running. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my grind. You know what I mean? All you're missing is the scratch of your scrotum. Like, you're a guy. You're a dude. You guys are talking to us about your business. And a lot of times guys are saying stuff like, oh, well, you big money, you got it. Like, okay, well, a lot of guys, see, you women think you're going to lead talking about how, like, you're independent, you make your own money, don't really need a guy for something. And then when the guy's like, all right, we'll break off some of that shit. You're always like, why does he keep mentioning this money I keep putting a unimportant amount of significance on? Why is he doing that? It's interesting. Down South Yellow just dropped 3. Much love. Appreciate you, brother. He dropped 333. Appreciate you. Dollar Crew. You one of them ones, bro. Let's get back into it.
Where's your, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rank yourself? What would you rate yourself?
What in the Leslie Jones is going on? Much love, Mrs. Lieber.
7.
That's funny.
45.
Why wouldn't you say a 10?
Because there's things I want to work on.
Whoa, why wouldn't she say a 10? What the fuck? You out of your mind? What the fuck are you talking about?
They can't own hip-hop.
What? Why didn't you say a 10? I'll see why you're successful now. I get it, brother. Let me get out of your way. If you want to get paid to lie, I shouldn't. I'm wasting my breath trying to help you. You're of the Derek Jackson ilk. You're here to make money lying to the sisters. I thought you were somebody trying to do real good in the black community. Excuse me. My fault, brother. This show ain't even going to last that long. This will be over quickly. I already can see now you are for the destruction of these women at your financial benefit. She rated herself a 7. She didn't qualify that. She's not even a 7. She's not even a 7. She's not even a 7. And you fixed your Negro lips to say, you fixed your mouth to say, why didn't you rate yourself a 10? Oh, is that where her self-esteem is supposed to be, nigga? Oh, that's where her confidence is supposed to be, Negro? Why didn't you say a 10? Bruh, what is the matter with you? You're everything that's wrong with how these women have been being handled since the 70s. How are we going to help black women if we're telling them that they're 10s? When they're obviously under that, right? What does that do for these ladies? This is why you women were led astray before we started having these conversations online. Because the men online, they're just lying. The men who y'all been listening to, they're not telling you the truth. They're lying to you right to your face. They playing y'all. And y'all go buy their books. You go sit at the old dude who was simping at tonight's conversation. Come to find out he's sleeping with everybody. Right, the main dude on tonight's conversation, like, if these brothers is the problem, really, we just need to step up. Really, we should be making more happen. Come to find out, homeboy sleeping with everybody. And now they mad. Now B. Simone, all them talking about, it took advantage. I feel so. Y'all wasn't tripping when he was lying. You wasn't tripping when she was lying. When he was lying and telling y'all that y'all were gold no matter what, y'all was like, yes, hell yes. And now, now that he got he done cracked all of y'all, now y'all mad? I'm not. It's what you deserve. It's what you deserve. It's what you get. And I'm telling you, it's because of men like him, Derek Jackson, men like this. This is why our women we're not. Our job, the men who are trying to be honest, is we climbing uphill. Hell, we would need Spider-Man's ability to climb the hills the mountain that represents the conversation we're trying to have with black women. That represents our attempt to level with black women. That mountain is sloped this way, and we have to climb up it. And when we climb up, we fall down. You know what I'm saying? We're almost being given an impossible feat. And we try to help our women. We can't, because there are so many dating coaches out there dedicated to lying to the women. What are we supposed to do? Okay, longest run. Much love to Miss Lieber for that. Whew. Why didn't you call yourself a 10? Okay, guys, let's see where he's going with this logic.
What would you rate yourself? Scale of 1 to 10.
God, this make me so mad.
7.5.
Why wouldn't you say a 10?
Because there's things I want to work on. I'm actively working on.
Because she has a brain.
Not weight. From the outside looking in, I've been told you look fine, you aren't big, blah blah blah. But it really comes from within. So I feel like if I get to the size and how I want to look, I could turn it up a notch.
So your self-esteem right now, you feel like is getting better, but it is not where you wanted to be?
Yes, it's come a really long way, but it's not exactly where I would.
So where you are right now, and you with where your self-esteem is, and when you're trying to work on yourself, so you're actually currently dating or trying to date in this state?
No, and that's why I said.
Let me read some supers just so I can gather myself. Squared Away says, I get the panda bear, but Ashley usually all about the looks. Will she keep it real with these women for the sisterhood, or is she just another Kendra? She's definitely more honest than Kendra. She's definitely more consistent than Kendra. But where her and Kendra are similar is that they both want to be pro sisterhood and pro the progression of black women. That's never going to be able to exist, because to be able to help a person grow truly, you have to make them uncomfortable. And that's something black women are not willing to accept. They're not willing to take your support if it comes with a little bit of honesty that makes them uncomfortable. They're not willing to do it. They're just not. They're not the one. They grown and all this other shit. So that's where you get that. She's definitely not a Kendra, but there's some similarities.
I'm like, I would love to be in something committed, but I just feel like people aren't meeting me where I'm at while I'm working on me as well. Looking for people to date. Like, I'm not on dating sites. When people approach me, I'm pleasant, but it's never taking it too serious.
But Nelly, when you initially came up here, you said you're only dating for fun. And is that out of fear that someone won't be serious, that you leave room for that? Like,
it could be my pessimistic outlook on things sometimes.
Yeah.
It is. And, you know, shouts out to the honesty. If you're not honest, again, and that's like getting ahead. Now, I'm glad that she admitted that, because you see other women using this same paradigm in the dating market. It's like the Nia Long case study. When you're far past your prime, so now you want people to believe you're not interested in marriage anymore. So if you act like you're not as interested in the thing, you don't look as bad for not obtaining it. Because I found that very interesting. Nia Long has been so desired all throughout the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, and even still to this day, but she still carries a bitter undertone about marriage. Why is that? Because when it comes to the men who she qualifies for on her level, where she is socially and economically, those men don't want her. They don't. They want younger women who are fertile and more cooperative. And now that she's discovered that, now she's online talking about, oh, I've never seen a marriage that I actually like. I never even, marriage really ain't all that. Like, right, Nia, right, now, right, okay. When we were like, damn, watching you run down in Friday, ding, 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 ding. And Craig and Smokey was like, damn, you wasn't saying that then because you still had opportunity. Because she looked like the Dikembe Mutombo. Who said that?
One of the things I would say to you, is because honestly, for me, when you first came on the screen, I could kind of tell that your self-esteem is not where it needed to be. I could see that. And this is the thing you got to understand about men. We see this. These are things,
she's
just like a woman can look at a man.
Wow.
Y'all can look at men and tell if this joker's a player. You can't tell me you can't. You can tell if it's self-esteem, or you can tell if he's a player, because that energy is just on us. The energy that you carry is the energy you carry all the time. A lot of people say, well, I'm on screen, so it's different. Nah, that's your normal energy, because that's what you're bringing. If you're walking in confidence every day, it follows you everywhere. Okay? So we can kind of see that. And what I'm saying to you is just, this might be a season of your life where you probably need to just kind of really, really focus on you, get 100% happy with yourself, because what happens is when you start walking in a level of confidence and fulfillment within yourself, you're going to attract certain types of things. The fact that you have men in your life that ask you for money then makes me want to question, well, where are you meeting these men? What type of places are you going? Because where you go also speaks to your self-esteem.
Now, sir, even though that's true, that where she goes bears a relevance on the quality of the men that she dates. More than that, where she looks and where she ranks physically is going to be the determining factor in if she's going to be, how many men is going to approach her. But you're not willing to get candid on that. You're willing to tell every woman that they're 10s for their self-esteem. You goofy man. And the reason why I'm being deprecating, I'm choosing not to be respectful, is because if you're coaching women out here, they are being led astray by you. And maybe you mean well, you just don't know what the hell you're talking about. But either way, you need to be reprimanded. And that's what I'm doing here today. Whether if you like it or not, probably don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to reprimand you anyway. Somebody has to. Any woman who follows you, I hope that they come across this and look at my evaluation of your analysis. I'm here to prove to them that pandering will never work. I'm here to prove to them that telling women what they want to hear while telling them what they need to hear will never fly. It'll never exist.
Your self-worth. You know, I can almost promise you ain't gonna find Ashley at Ray's Boom Boom. I can almost promise you that. You're not gonna find Ashley Ray's boom boom. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times we're comfortable in certain places because on the inside, this is where I feel at home. I don't want you feeling at home around certain types of things. If you're feeling at home around certain type of people and places and things, and these type of people that you're meeting are asking you for stuff like this, that means, baby, you're selling in the wrong place. You probably need to kind of back away from this one because we need to get you in a different fishing hole. You in the fishing hole with all these other women out here that's bitter and frustrated about the men they meeting, but at the end of the day, y'all are meeting these men because you're fishing from the shore. Ain't that, baby, you fishing from shallow water. When you fish from shallow water, you're gonna get shallow fish. And typically what people do with shallow fish, they going back.
And they're
to get the
so
real
boring,
fish, you gotta have real equipment. You gotta spend
Like-
real money. You gotta be able to get out into the deep. We want you to be able to get to a place to where you are able to get out into the deep. Because let me tell you something. A lot of times people are so focused on looks. It ain't about looks. It's the confidence that we're looking for. I'm not the best looking dude in the world, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this confidence is out the window. It's crazy. So when I walk into a building, I'm gonna automatically draw some attention just because of my confidence alone.
That's a big
We want you to get to that place because if you're talking about settling and getting with a man that's really gonna love you and take care of you and be there for you and be the man you want.
Okay, Divine Photos. Divine Photos says she needs to wag her finger like Macumbo. No. I've been seeing the Dikembe Mutombo jokes flying. You guys are sick. All right, we're caught up on the supers.
We can't have you down at the shallow catfish fishing hole.
What is this man talking about? We're talking about fishing, or are we talking about dating?
I would get with Ashley for a one-on-one and see what you got to tweak because you have to look. You just might need to tweak something. I would get with Ashley privately and see what you got to tweak, but you have to look. And your smile is.
All right, I like this one as well. From Downtown 296 says people don't understand there's a cap on dating based on your physical attraction. He's full of crap. Yeah, it's like because it's like if it's all just about proximity, well, tell the woman who's 600 pounds with one tooth to just all she needs to do is go to Miami where all the guys are buff, and then like that'll help, and then she'll be seen. Very, very, very bad. Quick fix. Worse than a Band-Aid logic, excuse me.
Off the chin. You're not even.
Little rusty today.
Use what you have. Oftentimes we sleep on our best assets. I'm told so at the bar, I stand up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do smile often.
I'm tall, so at the bar I stand up. Like, bruh, is that the best you got? And me, hey, I got green eyes. You wanna know how? And you know what I do is I look at people. I don't even care if they're uncomfortable. I just that's what I got. That's the best thing I got working. Ashley, where you find these niggas?
I'm just really camera shy.
I got you, but
I'm at the bar. I stand up.
I'm not. And like to piggyback on what Coach Paul said, it could be the areas that I do go to, but I don't really go there with the intent of looking for a man because I'm well traveled. You know, like I'm not your local girl. I'm from Baltimore. Like I was born and raised here, but I'm not like in the mix and not to degrade anybody else, but with the low life stuff. So it does bother me when I get low life men, and it could be because of what I'm putting out there. So I agree with that.
Yeah, because broken people.
And Nelly, you're still young enough
like,
to like.
I can sense them trying to catch you.
You're young enough to turn things around, you know. So take heed to the advice. Take what you need. Leave what you don't. You know. You still have time to find your person and just be a better you. Just be a better you for you. Mm-hmm.
Let me say this.
Find your person. Ashley, stop saying that to women. Find your person. That's not real. That's not a real thing. Find your person. That's not real. We don't have a person out there designated for us. Just from the numerical standpoint, you guys, we all don't have a match because there will always be more women on earth than there would be men. So that means somebody's not going to get a match. That kills the whole, you have a person that's like, everybody's got somebody who that's for them. Okay? That's over. killed at good argument.
There are certain women, and all, you know what? This is what I love about Ashley, and I got to speak to her because she's on the stage, and I could use her as a point of reference, right? One thing I love about Ashley is that Ashley presents herself in a certain way, and I'm gonna tell you right now, and I don't know if she's always been like this. She might have to do some work on herself, but here's the thing: men that look at her, they automatically know, bro, you can't come on that. You can't come to that BS with her. You can't. You got to be on your A. You got to be on your A+. And see, here's the thing. The fact that you ladies are connecting with her and the fact that she's teaching you all the things she's teaching you, you really need to heed this advice, because I'm going to tell you something. You are a beautiful woman. It's almost just like you don't know it yet. Like you're waiting on you're trying to follow somebody else's idea of beauty, baby. Nah, you beauty. And listen, it ain't nobody else but you on the earth that look like you. You the most, you're unique. What you need to do is you need to own that. Know who you are, straighten your shoulders up, and do all the work you need to do on yourself. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to be able to attract the type of person you want to attract. And it's going to get to the point to where you ain't going to feel comfortable when you do that work on yourself. You ain't going to feel comfortable around certain people in a certain place.
That's the word. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Well, thank you, Nelly, for coming up and being a good sport. I hope this was helpful. All right. And again,
I do not think that was helpful. I do not think that was helpful. I do not think you guys helped her. Why? And why didn't you all help her? You guys didn't help her because you sat up and you lied to her the whole time. Sat up and lied the whole time. She tried to rate herself a 7. That would have been a lie, even if it was true. You said, why didn't you rate yourself a 10, baby? Why aren't you delusional? Come on, man. It's probably one of the worst things I've ever heard a male dating coach say to a woman. Seriously. We've heard some bullshit. We've heard Derek Jackson stink the place up like no other. I don't think he's even said anything that dumb. Well, maybe, but again, Derek Jackson is almost so bad that he's just a cliche. But, you know, to hear an active dating coach, I see why. If you're making money, I see why. Because a lot of our women are still dedicated to being lied to. They don't want to really hear men they don't want to hear the objective truth about what they're going through. They want to hear a truth that's more digestible. And that's where guys like you come in. It's like, oh yeah, baby, like you guys always have savings. Oh, you don't need to be his savior, you need to be his support. You always 3 months. Wait 3 months to put out. Even baddies are losing under that logic, trying to think that you can withhold something that the guy wants, and then he'll find value in you. No, if he values you, you can sleep with him day one. He probably will still see the value. But if you women don't know how to make yourselves valuable with men, you don't know how to find a way to play offense. You're just looking for ways for the dating market to ease up on you, and that things should just be easier for you instead of you figuring out how to win in the dating market. Very lazy, very dishonest. Shouts out to our show sponsor today, and Benjamin Bussard came through. I don't typically do this, but we made over $300 in the Cash App. So I'm going to let that donation carry over into the next show. So we have 2 sponsor shows. Because so many people donated today, tomorrow, you guys can still donate, but there won't be a pressure for us to donate tomorrow. You guys can still donate if you would like, but I'm going to let Benjamin's contributions represent 2 shows. So put some respect on that man's name. You guys have 2 straight shows because he came there and just dropped a pot of money on the podcast. And I told you that I wouldn't do this, but we actually been having a lot of different people come in. The Dollar Crew is starting to come through. We're starting to have people come through and donate. I'm seeing new faces. So again, as long as we're seeing that spread out, whatever, while we can, I'm going to let that carry over into the next 2 shows. So that takes the pressure off for the next 2 shows. And since I have a lot of good shows lined up, I don't want us to miss any shows because we don't make goal. So I'm just looking for a reason to open it up a little bit. Much love to you guys for showing up. This was a bit of a short show today, but we have a long week of shows prepared for you guys, and it looks like we're doing good already. We got 2 straight coming. I'm pretty sure by that 3rd show, we'll have another sponsored show as well. So again, much love to everybody who's been supporting, Benjamin, James Dent, everybody who came through and supported, and our moderators down there, RM, everybody who's got a wrench by their name. You know who you are. Keep supporting. It's DonLexy. If I catch you on the replay, hit the like button as well. I'll see you guys on the next one. Be good.